little sugar buggers, welcome back to the channel. So today we are here with yet another speed build, and I know what you're thinking, girl. You must be addicted to this ish because you literally just did a speed build the other day. And honestly, what can I say? It might be just the summer fever that's got you, girl, all sorts of obsessed, but I definitely am. I am living and loving building lately. Just kind of brushing up on my skills and creating different things and all that jazz. Also, one of the biggest things that your girl doesn't like is being restricted, and if you guys couldn't already tell, this is a base game build, definitely one of which tested my patience. This roof, don't even get me started, girl. But I really love that it's not a classic kind of gable roof. It has more of a different sort of vibe in the front. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of roof that would be in the front, like a half octagon or something. I don't know. Apparently I don't know my shapes no more better than I know my words, but you know, pretty much something along those lines. So I know a ton of people have been doing base game builds lately, and I think this is amazing. I definitely feel like we should be doing more of these in general because there are a lot of people who only have the base game. I personally love the ability to use all my expansion packs, stuff packs, whatever, in a build, but actually, to be real with you, I did not miss them that much when I was creating the sunny side. Honestly, I swear, I had a lot of fun using what I had in this build, and I think that given the circumstances, it being a base game build and also it being a starter home, it came out pretty nice. It is a kind of a trailer slash rambler sort of deal. It has 2 bedrooms, a bath, and also has this really cool awning that you could easily put an easel, or maybe if you really wanted to, you could extend it out a little bit, put your barbecue, I don't know, just make it like a little hangout place. There's just a ton of opportunity that comes along with this home, as well as a pretty damn sweet price point. Now again, I believe it was only 17, almost pushing 18. I'm not exactly sure how many simoleons you get starting out in the game. I do want to say it's probably around the 16.6 range, but don't quote me on that because I honestly couldn't tell you. So although this may not be a starter house for a single sim, it wasn't intended it to be so. It's actually more of like a starter family home, but in a rambler style setting. Does that make sense? So it's definitely good for a family that is starting out, or maybe a single parent sim who is looking to get into something a little more spacious and, you know, kind of quaint for their family, which I think is also really amazing. I mean, you could definitely fit more than one child, as you guys will see a little bit later as we get into the build. The rooms are a particularly a good size. So even if you wanted to give the kids like the master bedroom or whatever and take the smaller room, you could totally do that. I was going to add in like a makeshift driveway, but as you can see, as we near towards the end of the build, this comes out, so I didn't feel the need to go ahead and show it. One of the biggest things I loved about this home was the front end of the trailer, I guess you could say. Adding on a lot of windows definitely brings in a ton of natural light. I wanted to make sure that this whole entire rambler had a bunch of windows scattered throughout so that it had a nice even lighting, because in settings like this, you could definitely get a little claustrophobic. You could feel very tight and restricted on air, and that is definitely not something I wanted your Sims to feel, because it's a little bit easier to feel that way in this type of a home. So I wanted to give the master room something a little bit special, and I did put in these relatively large windows that definitely don't match any of the other ones throughout the house, but I feel like they fit perfectly in and on their own. I put in these longer style of windows that go kind of on the front of the house, or the side technically. I'm not really sure how you would put that. It's a little awkward to have this big of a window in your bathroom, but I mean, here in the lovely world of Willow Creek, we don't have the peeping Tom issue like they do in Oasis Springs, okay? Like, seriously, I'm just saying. So you shouldn't really have to worry. Otherwise, you could save a couple simoleons and buy yourself some fancy dancy curtains, whatever your heart desires. So here we go, moving on to the inside. And if my voice seems a little flat, I did just get back from some dental work. Yes, I did. So I have some like numbing stuff going on, and it's like really hard to talk, but I really want to show you this build. You know, you kind of sit here with your pros and your cons, and you're like, you know what, screw it. Let's just do it, pecan, you know? I mean, really, do I have to rhyme all my words? Yes, I do. You want to talk about something that would be a little atrocious? Me putting those hideous freaking curtains. That is one thing I feel Like, we need so desperately in this game, in general, base game. Well, I guess it's too late now, but I don't know, maybe even just an update with some more curtains. Like, we need some fresh looks, y'all. I don't know. I really do have to say, with this lighting and the way that the windows are placed, the kitchen is seriously one of my most favorite places to be in the evening. Just that natural light and the way that it kind of bounces off the little decorations and the countertops. It's really pretty. So you're probably noticing, and if you aren't, don't worry, I didn't tell the very end of this build, but I corrected it. The counters, wait, just wait until we flip it around, baby. No, I'm just kidding, but really though, like, let's turn it around. Okay, maybe not, but one of the counters kind of has like a darker color and then more of like a granite countertop. It's like a blue and gray sort of deal. We're going with that one. Okay, the lighter countertop, the dark. Do you see it? No, do you? Yeah, it's by the sink. Yeah, don't worry. That will be fixed a little bit later on, but if you like the other option, of course, it's as easy as a palette change. And I'm trying to figure out kind of within the budget, what kind of decor items can I put in here? Because I really love the inside style of this home. Like, I seriously freaking do. It's really airy. It's really dreamy. The light pastel colors with some of these more, medium tone woods and the darker floors are just seriously so freaking luxurious to me. I love it. It definitely does not give me that that starter home vibe, I guess, that a lot of starter homes do. Everything just kind of looks cheaper, and it is because you are using cheaper items, but I feel like this one definitely, even though it is a very affordable home, it has a really cool airy color palette. And again, it kind of just brings me back to reality that all of this is possible in the base game. It really is. You just have to, get a little noodle juice in there and everything is good to go. So here we are, moving on to the children's bedroom. I am a sucker for children's rooms personally. They're just so much fun with a lot of colors. I typically stay away from creating children's rooms in my builds just in general, because typically that is something that is definitely player preference. You may not have a boy, you may not have a girl, you may not have children in general, but in this case I did feel like it should be a family style home, so I did want to go ahead and include that option available to you, at least even if it is kind of like showroom style and you change it up, at least you kind of have an idea of what it would or could look like. And my favorite part, aside from the kitchen, has definitely got to be this master bedroom. I love the colors. Definitely very reminiscent of the Fixer Upper on Netflix. Not going to lie, especially, hey, with that distressed wood. And again, this very light and free-flowing color palette. So I think we're pretty much wrapping it up. I definitely wanted to be able to focus in on the landscape as much as I possibly could. It's not a lot, but there is definitely a lot of room for growth, and I think that's also very important. So you could definitely come out here and play and add in whatever your heart desires in terms of landscaping a little later on. We have some flower boxes off to the left side of the house, and then I just went ahead and kind of left everything else pretty bare. Put in just a little light on the porch, and that's pretty much it. There's also light on the awning in the back, and a little bit of grass detailing, and we are calling it a night. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time.